Well, good evening, everyone. Hey, thanks for hopping on with me tonight. Tonight, we're talking about, is there really work life balance for nurses? Do you think balance really exists for us nurses? Is this something that has been made up that just doesn't even exist? Okay, let's take it back though. Before we get into all of the details, if nurse work life balance actually exists for nurses, let's talk about it a little bit more. Becoming a nurse, it's so exciting, right? I don't know about you. I remembered graduating, getting ready, all of the fun things that we came to do. We're preparing for this new season, this new time. All of the possibilities, we're helping others, we're saving lives. It's such a noble position, status symbol. And y'all, it sounds like the gravy train has arrived. But let's be honest, is it what we expect it is when we get into nursing? Does it really turn out to be what we think it's gonna be? Or are we sadly just given a cold slap on the face real quick? Like, what is this? What did I get into? Yeah, I've been there. I know what you mean. If ever you started in nursing, you get into nursing, and here's this cold, hard awakening. It's not what you thought, sis. You're doing things totally different than what you thought. And you're just in a place of, okay, what happened to my life? What happened to the person I was before I got into nursing? And it can be very hard to balance these two lives. Like, okay, I have my nursing life. I have my life outside of work. So is there really a balance? Well, for me, there is really no balance. I don't use the terminology work-life balance. No, it just doesn't exist for me. And I'll tell you why. Balancing, when you think of a balancing act, you think about balance, it just it can come off as very like perfectionist. So what type of person do you see, trying to keep a balance, trying to keep things all together and perfectly held together without tipping over one way or the other way? I think about one of those people walking on a tightrope, right? Okay, they're those circus performers walking on a tightrope. They got two things in their hands. They got something on top of their head. They're trying to balance it, hold it all together. And who are they doing it for? They're doing it as a form of entertainment, right? They're trying to create this concept of balance as a way to, for others, for everyone to see, just for others, as a way of entertainment. So is balance really for yourself? Are you doing this balancing act for yourself? Are you doing it for others, to show up for others, to look like you have everything put together? That's why I ditch the balancing axis. Let's ditch the balancing act. I have now termed this new terminology work-life flow. I don't say balance. I don't say work-life balance because, like I told you, I imagine somebody on the tightrope trying to keep it perfectly together. No, ma'am. No, sir. I am not out here trying to keep it and hold it all together and do it for everyone else. I'm trying to maintain my life, my work life. And I say work life flow. So when I think about work life flow, the reason why I use flow instead, I think about life. Life has its ups and downs. One day is good, next day something happens. Life is unexpected. Things happen, things change, and we should be able to adapt and go with the flow as best we can, not in a way to just trying to keep it all together, trying to hold all things perfect and tight and in place so they don't bust loose or something like that. No. So that's why I've started to use work-life flow instead. I think about going with the flow, right? Okay, think about what flows, what just flows. A stream flows. The water temperature goes low, it rises high, things flow, right? The stream, it flows, but it continues to move forward. The stream continues to flow forward. So that's why I like to use the term work-life flow instead of this terminology work-life balance. It doesn't exist. I am not on a tightrope. I am not a circus performer. I'm not out here trying to do it for everyone else. I'm trying to find my work-life flow, and I want to share more with you tonight with my nurses, my busy nurses out here who may be on the edge of burnout, who may be like, where is the difference, Val? In like my life, nursing, like there's absolutely no no coexisting. There is nothing that is, keeping me together right now. And so after almost going to 10 years, y'all, I can't believe this. I've been a nurse for 10 years. I've found some tips, some tricks that I want to show you tonight, that I want to just help you who may be out here struggling, because I know we're struggling. Nurses, we're burnt out. We're overworked, we're undervalued. We're trying to just keep up. And I get that. So I wish I would have had these insights. I wish I would have had this arsenal, these tools back in the day when I was struggling. And I'm not perfect, but I want to share these as, what I've learned in my wellness journey. So for those of you that may be joining tonight, you don't know as much about me. So I'll tell you a little bit about me. My name is Fallon Lopez. I'm a registered nurse. I'm also a certified health and wellness coach, personal trainer, and CEO of Are You Well? I help empower nurses to take back their voice, find their health and healing, and prevent burnout. So I do this one-on-one, in group coaching and mentoring. I also have support groups. I'm also the host of the You Glow Nurse podcast. I want to give back to our nursing profession, because I once was that burnt out nurse. I once was that nurse that was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. Nursing is not for me. I studied 6+ years for this thing, but I'm done. And I got to that point. But I was able to revive my passion for nursing and healthcare again. And so that's why I do this wellness thing, y'all. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to support and empower other nurses. And that's why this masterclass on work-life balance is so important. That's why I'm here to share this with you. Okay, so let's get into it. What are some ways that you can regain your work-life flow? Because like I said, we're not out here trying to have a balancing act and do it for everyone else and try to keep it all together nice and tight and just, for everybody, just for show. No, we are out here trying to find our work-life flow, go with the flow, and continue to move forward like that stream I was telling you about. So here are some ways. Number one, forget about work-life balance. Ditch that terminology to the curb. Kick it to the curb. Don't use it in your vocabulary. Don't even identify it, because you're not out here trying to just pretend and put on show for anybody else. Ditch it. Find new terminology. Look, this is my work-life flow, work-life integration. What would you use? How would you describe the way you keep these two phases, these two parts of your life? They're part of your life, work and your personal life, but they don't have to just be totally separate or just be fighting each other. These two parts of your life don't just have to be in, just fighting all the time, fighting for time, fighting for space. That's what it might feel like. So what type of terminology would you use to describe your lifestyles? What is an ideal schedule for me? Asking myself, when do I work best? As a nurse, you get into nursing school, you work really hard, you get your job, and you may just get the first thing that's open, that's available. Okay, as a newbie, maybe just go for what you can. Okay, possibly. But as we continue in our, in our career, let's start getting real. What works for me? What works for me? When do I work best? Do I work best during the day, during certain hours? Do I work best as a PRN nurse? Come on, let's be real. Am I better off being part-time? I'm just saying, what works best for you, and being really honest about it, leaning into the hours that matter most. What times do you want off? And I think we can speak up on it. Why not? You may be like, Fallon, I don't think we could do that. Why? Why not? Why can't we advocate for what we need? And maybe you're not in a position to find that right now, but maybe that's a goal for later on. Maybe you're going to put that in your pocket and look like, this is what I really need. These type of hours, this is what I want. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to work from home. You want to work on the weekends only. You want nights. What works for you? If maybe it's not right now, here in the now, but put that in your pocket. Save that for later. This is my optimal time that I can work. This is the time of hours that I want to work. Okay. That's something that has helped me regain my work-life flow, like I told you. And another way that I've regained my work-life flow is by not committing to overtime. Look, I am not committing to overtime, especially if I don't need to. Why do people normally sign up for overtime? They know they're short, or they just want more money, and they need more money because maybe they're living outside of their means. You have maybe some debt you want to pay off. Okay, start a budget. You know, you don't have to commit to working overtime if you don't need to, especially if you've already put in your 3 12s, or you put in your 40 hours. Why commit to something that you know is just taking more of your time, taking more of your energy and your mental energy as well? Like, why commit to that? We work so much already. I feel like, okay, what are you trying to avoid? Those people that are overworkers, hard workers, or just the hustle mentality, what are you trying to avoid? Like, why are you trying to work all the time? You know, let's get to the root of that. You know, I understand people have bills and things like that, and they got, you know, debt they want to pay off. Okay, let's start making a budget. Let's be wiser with how we spend our money. Let's get wiser with where our priorities are at. And look, I'm a work in progress. I'm not all the way there yet, but I know for me personally, to regain my work life flow and not to feel like I'm stuck always working and feeling like I don't have time for anything else, I've had to, you know, be honest, like overtime doesn't serve me. There are very few times that I'm going to sign up for extra shift. We work a lot of hours already. So why do we sign up for shifts that we don't necessarily need? And another thing, not feeling guilty for saying no. I think that's an important thing that we need to really talk about, not feeling guilty about saying no. Another way that I have regained my work-life flow for sure is prioritizing sleep. Y'all, simple but sweet and true. Sleep is so needed. Like I said, those people that want to work all the time, all the shifts, night shifts, mid shift, day shift. Okay, cool. But when are you sleeping? How are you prioritizing your time to rest? Like, we don't talk about rest enough. Like, I need 7 to 8 hours. So that means I got to go to bed on time. So that means as soon as this live is done, I'm winding down. I am not, you know, scrolling or, you know, going to my fridge to look for something to eat. Like that, those things, like, what am I doing? Like, I need to sleep a full 7 to 8 hours in order to wake up refreshed, in order to wake up energized for, of course, my work life, right? So making sure that you have optimal rest, optimal time for rest is so important. 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, reducing bright lights, you know, around that time. So for me, I give myself like 2 hours, an hour to 2 hours, an hour to 2 hours of reducing the lights, no caffeine after a certain time of day, reducing the sugar after a certain time of day, sugar and alcohol before bed, because those things will keep you up and you will definitely not have a restful night of sleep. And then definitely making a bedtime routine. Those are some things that have helped me just feel more normal. When you have a regular routine, when you have a regular time to wake up, to go to bed, to take care of yourself, it's not a rut. It's not just like you're a robot life. These are the things that you need to maintain. These are the things that your body needs, like sleep, you know, and it helps you feel normal. Because if you're processing or working off of like 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep, like that can cause you to make some bad decisions. That can cause you to just feel depressed after a while. Your body doesn't start putting out those happy hormones and things like that. So you're definitely not going to be able to make the right decisions for your life. You're not going to be in a good mood. So you're going to be feeling all depressed. Like, having enough sleep is so important. We don't talk about this enough. So that is just another way that I have maintained or made sure that I have regained my work-life flow. Another way to making sure that you're maintaining your work-life flow is definitely making time for fun. Okay. We all out here trying to hustle. We trying to get the bag. We're trying to work on our goals. All of these things is important, you know, in order to be our best, happiest, healthiest nurse self, but making sure we make time for fun. Like, I'm talking to myself, like, here right now, making time for fun. What is fun to you? So for me nowadays, it's like watching a movie, reading a book, something like that. You know, those things are fun for me, but I have to be deliberate because I can be all work. And like I said, we spend so much of our day at work, working for someone else, working on our goals, working on our self-improvement. But how much time do we make for fun? Just things that just are lighthearted, to laugh, to play music, to read a book, to dance. That is something that I'm definitely learning in my life now as an entrepreneur. So I'm a full-time nurse, entrepreneur as well. So I definitely have to be deliberate about making time for fun. And so one way that I'm deliberate about it, y'all, guess what? I create a schedule. Yes, I am that type of girl. I got a planner, a calendar, then I use my phone, and I'm definitely scheduling things that, are important to me. I schedule my events. I make time for events, time for family, time for church, going to church with my church family, making sure I have more social interaction, y'all. That will just help you regain your flow again. Like when you're so focused on work and doing things for others, things for your improvement, it can get a little hazy sometimes. Like, where's my life going? What am I doing here? I'm a nurse. Is that the only thing? Is that the only part of me? No, you got to remind yourself, and making time for those people that help you remember who you are, that you can be your authentic self with, is definitely going to help you regain that work-life flow. Oh yeah, these are some things that are important. These are other things that are important to me. Like I like to paint, I like to dance, I like to eat, I love to be outdoors. Like being around my friends and my family, they help bring out these other sides of me, and to where I'm not just, I'm just a nurse. I'm always giving to others. I have my family and friends to really remind me and push me into those other aspects of Fallon, the other things that are important to Fallon. And so that's why I'm saying creating a schedule for them. So just like we create a schedule for work or, for your workouts and your meal prep, what are the things that bring you joy? Sometimes I just turn on music and just dance to whatever. Like I love Afro beats. So that's what I dance to, y'all. I don't got that much, I don't got that much rhythm, but I turn it on when I'm feeling down, when I need a little energy boost. I'll turn on some Afro beats or worship. I'm between those two. Yeah. I mean, the worshiping, working out, or jamming some Afro beats out here. Whatever makes you feel happy and whole. Okay. Another final tip that I will leave with you tonight to help you regain your work-life balance. My busy, burnt out nurses that are out here just like trying to survive. I get it. I totally understand. This last one, this is just a personal favorite. Dressing up outside of your scrubs. I'm gonna leave that right there. Making time to change out of your uniform and being deliberate about it. Reminding yourself who is under those scrubs, sis or sir. Reminding yourself who you are. Yes, we take pride in wearing that stethoscope and wearing those scrubs each day to work. But let's take time to remind ourselves who we are outside of work. And I think a great way to do that is dressing up. Just dressing up, taking yourself out on a date, going out with your family and friends, your loved ones, putting on a little, lipstick, putting on your good shoes tonight, making that effort, and just dressing up, changing your scenery, your normal uniform that you wear so proudly. It definitely speaks to who we are, how we want to help. We're proud of it. We worked hard for this, okay? 6 years. But like I said, we spend so much time at work. We need to remind ourselves sometimes who we are outside of work. And for me, that means I'm going to put on some earrings. I'm going to put on my lipstick. I'm going to change up my top, whatever I need to do. Because sometimes I'm even tempted to just keep my scrubs on. I've done that when I come home and do my lives. And I'm like, no, come on. Like, just change it up. You give you a little oomph. Give yourself a little bit of a personality there. So making sure, you take time to change out of the scrubs, sis. But I do want to say, sometimes it's hard, like, okay, these are actually the only things I'm comfortable in, Fallon. Like my scrubs, this is what I'm comfortable in. These are actually the only things that fit right now because you have been all work. You have just been work. You don't really have time to work out. eat healthy, sleep, meditate, pray, go out with your friends. So it can be easy to, get to this place where, you know what? Scrubs are actually the only thing I want to put on right now because I don't recognize that person outside of scrubs. And I know that is something that a lot of nurses can go through. And, you get to a point where this is all I am. I'm just the nurse. No, sis, you are definitely not just the nurse. And you deserve more. You deserve to have that work-life flow, your version of the work-life flow, whatever that means to you. And, it may be something different to find this new version of you. Like, who am I outside of nursing? And I get that. I've had to do that for the last 2 to 3 years now, going on 3 years. I can't believe it, since I've started my business. Are you well, the nurse wellness coaching. So I get it. It happens. But the thing is, we can always change. We can always evolve. We can always grow, but we have to decide. We have to take that time to decide and taking action. But sometimes it may be hard to take that action, sis. And I get that. You're here tonight on this masterclass and you've heard anything about keeping your work life flow, maintaining it, regaining it, and any of this, if it aligns with you, with something that maybe you're struggling with. Okay, I don't know what work-life balance is. I don't know if there is any work-life flow, Fallon. Like, I don't know how to regain it. Or maybe you're like, okay, Fallon, let me hear more about this because I've been struggling. What you've been doing is not working. Or maybe you're at a rut. Whatever the case, let's hop on a call, sis. I'm here to support you as a nurse wellness coach. That's what I do. I help empower nurses to take back their health and healing, find their voice again, and ditch the burnout, because burnout is not the only option. We have so many more options. We have so many more resources. So if you're ready to decide, look, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to do something different. I'm ready to pivot. Let's hop on a call. I have tons of resources for you, sis. As a wellness coach, that's what I've done. That's what I do as a wellness coach. And that's what I've done in my wellness journey. Going on 3 years, I've revived my passion for nursing again. Like I told you at the beginning of this video, I was out, y'all. I was ready to call it quits with nursing, something that I worked so hard on for 6 years, but I was done. Even before COVID happened, I was done. I was ready to call it quits. But through my wellness journey, through my entrepreneur journey, I was able to discover exactly how to revive my passion for nursing, to revive my passion for healthcare by creating a safe space, by creating my work-life flow again. And, it took a lot of support. It took some time. But now that I've revived my passion, I want to help other nurses do it too, because I see our potential. I know what nurses could do as nurse wellness leaders, y'all. And I'm here to support you in your wellness journey. I'm here to help empower you to be that nurse, to step into that voice that we all have, but we forget because things happen. COVID happens, life happens. You can't even remember like how it feels to be out of your scrubs. Like, that's how bad it gets, So we're doing it to regain our work-life flow and move towards the flow, move forward with the flow. We're not staying stagnant. We're becoming rivers. We're becoming streams. We're going with the flow, our new work-life flow. If you're ready to tap into that, if you're ready to regain your work-life flow, let's tap in. Let's hop on a call. I have a free discovery call where we can talk about wellness, what it means, and how you can implement it into your work life today. So if you're ready to hop on a call with me and decide right now, right here, right now, that I want to change, I want to do things differently and pivot and become that healthier, wealthier nurse wellness leader, then I'm here for you. Let's hop on a call, a free discovery call. The link is in my bio to sign up right now. No more excuses, sis. It's time to decide. Look, something needs to change. And if you're not ready to hop on a call just yet, you can also connect with me. I also have free resources for you as well. So in order to get back your work-life flow, you definitely have to tap into who you are. What is important to you? Those basic priorities, your basic body needs. And a lot of them I cover in my group coaching and my mentorship programs. So the topics that I cover are food, fitness, and faith. So we're creating those basic foundations of who we are as nurses, outside of nursing, who we are as a person outside of nursing. What do we need to thrive? What do we need to succeed? What do we need to be better? And so those are the basic foundations that I focus on: food, fitness, and faith. So if you're ready to just jumpstart, ready to connect, and put all of these things that we talked about tonight into practice, you want to go ahead and grab my free meal prep and master freebie. It's in the link in my bio. You can also hop on to my, my email campaign so that we can stay connected. That's what this is all about, to offer more support, offer more resources to my nurse wellness community, because we need the support. We need to, be there for each other. And that's what I created this platform for. Okay, so definitely connect with me. You can hop on a one-on-one discovery call, or you can definitely sign up for my email group. I will send you weekly insights, tips, events. I have so many things coming up, y'all. Let's get ready for spring. Can I tell you, I am excited for this weather, this springtime weather. So you don't want to miss out on all of the wonderful, amazing things that I have planned coming up for this next season, y'all. Remember, we're ditching work-life balance. None of that. No more balancing acts out here, sis. Let's find our new work-life flow. And I'm here to support you in your wellness journey. As always, let's stay connected. And I will see y'all next time. Have a wonderful night. Bye.